Good morning, dear students. Today in EVS 2, we will be doing revision of lesson number 2, History and the Concept of Time.
There are different methods of reckoning time. Time is continuous. But for our convenience, we divide it into periods. The method that we use for reckoning time depends on our purpose for dividing it and the manner in which we do it. For example, at sunrise we say, "It is morning now, the day has begun." At sunset we say, "It is evening now, soon it will be night." At the end of the day, it becomes dark and it is night. This means that we divide the day into two parts, day and night. Its axis at a certain speed. Similarly, it also revolves around the sun. The sun has its own light. We receive light from the sun. However, we see light only in daytime. Nights are dark. How does this happen? As the earth rotates around its axis, that part of its surface which turns towards the sun becomes bright. The part that moves away from the sun moves into darkness. The earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation around its own axis. These 24 hours are approximately divided into 12 hours of daytime and 12 hours of night. A period of daytime and the following night together make one day. 7 days from Monday to Sunday make 1 week. 2 weeks make a fortnight. 4 weeks make a month. 12 months make a year. In this manner, we reckon time in bigger and bigger units. 1 year is followed by another, and when 100 years go by, a century is completed. When 10 centuries, that is 1,000 years are gone, a millennium is completed. Such a method of dividing time is known as a unilinear division of time. In the unilinear division of time, years that follow one after the other are arranged in serial order. In history books also, a chain of events that follow one after the other is presented in a linear and serial manner. For this, usually we refer to the Common Era, Christian Era, written in short as CE or AD, Anno Domini, which means in the year of our Lord. The calendar we use today is based on the Christian era, now called the Common Era. This era began in memory of Jesus Christ. The first year of this era is the year when it began. It is shown with the number 1. The years after that are indicated by the next numbers in serial order. The first 100 years, that is the first century of this era, is written as 100 CE or 100 AD. Christian era. The period before the Common Era is known as the time before Common Era, BCE, or before Christ, BC. The years of this period are counted and written in reverse order. The first century before the Common Era began at the year 100 BCE and ended with 1 BCE. Similarly, the first millennium before the Common Era began at the year 1000 BCE and ended with the year 1 BCE. So, the first century before the Common Era is indicated as 100, 1 BCE, and first millennium before the Common Era is indicated as 1000, 1 BCE. Let us look at some examples of this method of indicating time before the Common or Christian Era. The lifetime of Vardhaman Mahavir is written as 599 BC to 527 BC. The lifetime of Gautam Buddha is written as 563 BC to 483 BC. Measurement of time and method. To measure time is to measure the length of time. We know the following units of measuring time: second, minute, hour, day, week, fortnight, month, year, century, and millennium. A second is the smallest of these units. There are various methods of measuring time in different parts of the world. Of these, the common or Christian era is the most widely used. We generally indicate a particular day by writing the date of that day. The date consists of the serial number of that day, followed by the name or serial number of the current month, and then the serial number of the current year. There are other methods too. We have seen that the Christian era began in the memory of Jesus Christ. It is an age-old custom to start a new era to commemorate a special event, as for example, the coronation of a great king. We know that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj had started a new era or Shaka known as Rajabhishek Shaka in 1674 AD to commemorate his coronation. Shalivan Shaka and Vikram Samvat are two eras that are used in India. The founder of Islam, Prophet Muhammad, migrated from Mecca to Medina. The Hijri era was started to commemorate this event. The Parsi community in India uses the Shahnashahi era. We learned in the first lesson that history is a science that tells us about the past. We are actually measuring time about events that occurred in the past. We also learned that every bygone moment makes up the past. The past is the subject matter of history. In a broad sense, the period of history goes back to the time of the birth of our solar system. Our solar system came into being about 4.5 billion years ago. Our Earth is a planet in the solar system. So, it is presumed that the Earth was also formed 4.5 billion years ago. The span of 4.5 billion years since the Earth's formation is a vast period of time. It is not easy to grasp this entire period all at once. It is necessary to divide it into a number of stages in order to understand it better. Therefore, the time in history is divided into two main periods: prehistoric period, historic period. History simply means before history. The prehistoric period is the period for which no written records are available by which to write its history. Our knowledge on prehistoric period is based on archaeology facilitated by sources like bones, coins, tools, jewelry, ruins of buildings, etc. Historic period. The historic period is the period for which written records are available using which we can write history. Of measuring time and establishing age, dating. We are actually measuring time when we talk about today's date or a day of the week, etc. We have seen that there are various methods of measuring time. These methods allow us to identify a particular day, month or year with respect to an earlier or later day, month or year. For example, if it is June, then we know that the earlier month was May and the next one will be July. If today is the 10th of June, then we can tell that tomorrow will be the 11th of June and yesterday was the 9th of June. Thus we can measure time. We actually measure its length. The events before the beginning of the Common Era are mentioned having occurred before the Common Era. Information about some of these events can only be obtained with the help of evidence buried under the ground. This evidence is usually in the form of broken man-made artifacts and fallen structures. With the help of of these remains and using scientific methods, we can determine the time of the events that took place thousands of years ago. There are many layers of soil deposited one above the other under the surface of the ground. The period of these layers and of the remains found in them cannot be stated definitely in terms of days. However, a rough estimate of how many years ago they existed can certainly be made using scientific methods such as carbon-14 analysis, tree rings analysis, which is called dendrochronology, etc. These methods are known as dating techniques. By using these dating techniques, we learn how old the layers of soil and the remains found in them are. Then we can determine their period approximately. For example, if an earthen pot is estimated to be 5,000 years old with the help of dating techniques, we can say that the earthen pot dates back roughly to 3000 BC. Then we can conclude that the period of the culture to which the pot belongs must be around 3000 BC. Timelines are used for studying not just events of history but other aspects of life as well. For example, timeline of inventions, timeline of technology, timeline of